I'm Paul Robertson, City Curator with the City of Kingston. Did you know how attached Kingstonians are to their history and heritage? It's pretty clear to us at the City because of the range of requests that we get for commemorations that help to tell Kingston's story. The Kingston Commemoration Strategy is designed as a framework to help us to deal with the number of requests that we get from the community for a variety of types of commemoration, essentially storytelling through some sort of tangible or intangible form. We're not just dealing with plaques and monuments, but also festivals and proclamations and events. There are a number of narratives in our history that are not told effectively. Stories about women, stories about ethnocultural communities, stories about francophones, stories about First Nations. The strategy is giving opportunity for the voice of those communities to come forward and to share with the broader public. Our research showed that the community feels there are a sufficient number of monuments and commemorations in Kingston to Sir John A. Macdonald and military topics. Ethnocultural community voices were identified as an area for expansion for new commemorations. An example of an early commemoration of this type here in Kingston is this Irish monument dedicated to the victims of the Irish famine who came to Canada in the 1840s and unfortunately then died of typhus. Kingston has always been an ethnoculturally diverse community. Many people from a variety of places around the world have called Kingston home. Many of those stories are not known generally beyond the communities themselves, and we feel that it's important to be able to recognize those stories. The Kingston Commemoration Strategy is designed to be able to tell a range of stories in a variety of commemorative forms, from the very personal to stories which are of significance to the entire community. An example of a personal form would be this memorial bench right here, and behind me a memorial tree. More traditional forms would be statues and plaques, but the strategy is also designed to include commemorative events and festivals. There'll be a couple of different ways that people can bring ideas forward, and one of them is through the city's website. There will be a portal created which will give people the information as to what to do, what kinds of commemoration forms do exist that the city is involved in, and how to apply. And we'll have a place, it has yet to be established, possibly in City Hall, where people can actually come and make applications, speak to a staff member, ask questions, and find out what is needed in order to put in a proposal. My role is to tell stories of Kingston and to ensure that as broad understanding of the community is known and can be shared with our local residents and also visitors to this place. And I think commemorations are but one form for doing that. It's not the only form by any means, but it's certainly an effective way. It's a way which is recognized, and I think this gives opportunity for us to really expand the scope that we can't necessarily do in a local museum. And it gets it right out to where people are, in the parks and on the streets.